Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Benjamin and you are watching Sartorial Styles. In this video I will share my experience with the custom made-to-measure service Lanieri. I will review their suits, shirts, knitwear and accessories in depth. Furthermore, I talk about shipping, taxes and the overall experience ordering from them. Let's go! Lanieri is an Italian company that seems to be at least partly owned by Reda, an Italian fabric mill. They offer custom suits, shirts, tuxedos, coats, polo shirts and accessories like neckties, scarves, bow ties and pocket squares. Many of their offerings are made to measure, while some items like sweaters are just custom but with standard sizes. They sit in a medium to high price range with suits starting around 500 euros up to 1,100 euros. Shipping is free when the amount of the order exceeds 100 euros, which should apply to pretty much every order. They use DHL Express, which means 1 week delivery to almost any spot in the world. Custom duties are always paid by Lanieri in full. Let's start this review off by taking a look at their website and customizer in particular. The first step is picking a fabric you like. All the important information about the cloth is displayed on their website, for example the composition and the weight. They always provide multiple real pictures of the cloth, while there are no pictures of someone wearing a suit made of the certain fabric you picked. I do like the way Oliver Wigs handles this. They just have a model wearing a sample configuration. The customizer itself, with Lanieri, features a pretty simple but precise 3D rendering of the garment. The options you choose are applied in real time. In addition, you can see some information about the exact lapel size or tips on which styling options to choose. Any option you can choose is covered by the base price. There are no extra charges for more buttons or different linings. Lanieri also has a couple of interesting and rare styling choices available. They offer a button fly on trousers, different fabrics for the inner waistband and multiple hem widths for trousers as well. Coin pockets, suspender buttons and side tabs are available too. There are some very important options missing though. The maximum cuff size for trousers is 5 cm, while I prefer 6 or even 6.5 cm. You cannot choose a lapel size for double-breasted jacket, and there is no option for completely unlined jackets. Only fully lined or half-lined ones are available. I would also like to see a 6x1 double-breasted model, forward pleats and a way to choose the preferred rise of the pants. As always, this is lamenting on a very high sartorial level, and I do have to keep in mind that Lanieri is a made-to-measure store and not a bespoke tailor. I do know though that services like Kolaro and Yeosal offer many of these options, and I would like to see them on Lanieri as well. For shirts, I do like the options given. The only thing I would like to see is a way to tell them whether or not you want to have a stiff or a soft collar. After all, the customization process is pretty good, but should be slightly extended. If you don't want to go through the process yourself, you can book a video call, which I did, and it indeed helped, in particular with choosing a fabric for my suit. My interlocutor was very nice, friendly and absolutely Italian. After you finish customizing your suit or shirt, you are asked for measurements. You can also get measured at one of their stores, which are located in Italy, France, Belgium and Switzerland. For people outside of Europe, this probably isn't an option at all, and for me being located in Germany, it wasn't as well. So I measured myself using a tape measure and guided by the videos Lanieri provides. They are easy to understand and precise, no problems occurred. After I put all the data into their system, they logged the measurements until the order arrived. They asked for fit pictures and edited my measurements based on them. Nothing to complain about in this area. The production is done in Italy and it takes about 1 to 2 weeks for shirts and 4 weeks for suits. Both the suit and the shirt I ordered for this review, both orders being placed a couple of weeks apart, took longer than promised. They did let me know there will be a slight delay via email, and both items arrived a couple of days late after all, which is fine for me. As always, I would prefer them to state a longer turnaround time on their website so they can surprise me with my orders arriving early. Maybe that's a German way of thinking, but it's just my opinion on this whole topic. DHL Express handled everything with care and in time. Now let's finally take a closer look at the Lanieri items I own. First, I have a white cotton shirt and a blue and white striped cotton shirt in my wardrobe. I ordered both of these back in 2020 and Lanieri did have some struggles getting the fit right for me. The first iteration of the white shirt was way too tight overall, so they remade it for free, of course. The second version was fitting pretty well, but the sleeves were even more tight, up to the point it hurted when I was wearing the shirt. The second remake, and therefore the third version overall, had a very good fit, but they forgot the mother of pearl buttons this time and used plastic ones instead. Honestly, I did not really mind and didn't even notice them about this issue. For the striped shirt they used the same pattern and the fit is very nice as well. I love the fabric on both shirts, and even though they were pretty expensive, I do not regret the purchase at all. They are worth their money, I would say. A couple of weeks later, still back in 2020, my turtleneck and a pocket square arrived. The pocket square is very decent, nothing utterly special, but also not on the expensive side of the spectrum. If you want highly artistic designs, you should probably look somewhere else, but for the price tag, the handkerchief is totally great. If you want to learn more about pocket squares, feel free to check my Focus On episode on this topic up there in the corner. Back to the turtleneck. The fabric is outstanding, to be honest. I really like this piece and I was wearing it a lot over the last autumn and winter. Now it's way too hot for knitted fabrics. The fit in the body area is phenomenal, but the sleeves are a tad short. I would love to have an option for small sizing tweaks instead of just giving XS, S, M, L and so on. That only applies to their sweaters though. Suits and shirts are made to measure for sure. For this review, I asked Lanieri if they would like to provide me with a suit. They agreed, and shame on me, I fell in love with one of the most expensive fabrics they offer. It is a wool silk linen blend by Loro Piana, which sadly isn't available anymore at the time I am recording this video. I went for a double-breasted configuration with flap pockets, double vents and half lining. The trousers come with cuffs, side adjusters and double reverse pleats. I asked them for a slightly higher rise and I think they accomplished that perfectly. Speaking of perfect, the fabric it's close to it. It's close to perfect. The cloth is super soft, qualitative and beautiful. It is a pretty breathable fabric and just an awesome choice for the summer months and maybe even early spring. We also have to talk about the fit for sure. First of all, I would have liked wider peak lapels better. These probably fit my body type very well, but just leaving the choice to the customer would be the better option in my opinion. Besides that, I absolutely love this suit. The button stance and placement is on point, the jacket length is slightly longer than average, which I highly prefer, and the sleeve length is perfect as well. There is a super slight collar gap visible, but keeping in mind this is the first suit Lanieri ever made for me, that can and should be overlooked. The trousers fit immaculately and are as comfortable as the jacket. None of these pieces is tight, but they look very fitted and nicely tailored. You can see it on screen yourself. Just drop me a comment about what you think of the fit. The shirt I recently ordered, this one, paid by myself, is this white linen shirt. I wanted to have a piece like this for a long time and I loved wearing it this summer in Prague, for example. The fabric is qualitative again, very breathable and has a subtle but beautiful texture. The fit is awesome on this piece, they nailed it this time. So what do I think of Lanieri overall? I love their fabric selection, some of the rare styling options, and that they do not exceed the promised turnaround time by many weeks or even months. Yes, I had this happen with other services. Their website is good and usable, and with custom sweaters they have a product most competitors don't offer. In the beginning they had some problems finding the right fit for me, but after a couple of remakes they finally nailed it. The first and only suit I got from them so far fits almost perfectly and is one of my favorites in my whole wardrobe. It's an outstanding piece. Their customer service replies are friendly and fast. Overall, I only have some small things to complain about which could be sorted out by them. I do recommend Lanieri if you are looking for well-fitting suits, shirts and knits made in Italy of outstanding fabrics. And that's it, my review about Lanieri. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you want to order from Lanieri yourself, you can use my referral code to get 100 euros off your first order. I also receive 100 euros store credit if you do so, which would help me a lot producing more videos like this in the future. Up there, you can find 2 more videos from my channel, and down there you can subscribe to it. Have a nice time and see you next week.